let's get into this. Now, I didn't do a lot of talking about 50 Cent and his son, even though I followed 50 Cent throughout the years. So I was kind of aware of, the beefing with the mother, Shaniqua, and, about, her child support and lack of child support and all of this, even though 50 Cent was paying the money. And I do recall that in the articles that have come out. And she just wasn't satisfied. Excuse me. And she wasn't satisfied. And then it was reduced. And so I do believe that she has caused a lot of problems, damage to the relationship of 50 Cent and Marquise. And it's really um, a sad situation when you have one parent that's, you know, instilling a lot of hate, discontent, anger, frustration, whatever you want to call it, into the child and pitting the child against the other parent. And we've seen that, not just me, but, most of us that have followed you know, have seen it, read it, however, have seen this. So, um, Marquise came out, if you weren't aware, and he did an interview with Choke No Joke, and he talked about, not being able to survive or live off of $6,700 of child support and things like that. And most people do not make $6,700 a month, even as maybe a husband and wife are not bringing that in the household. And so it sounds to me, again, that this young man, he's 25 now, he has this entitled attitude because his father is rich, that he feels that he's entitled to some of the riches that his father, has. And so that happens in quite a bit of cases, more than we know or care to talk about. Because I believe Dr. Dre's daughter, I did a video some time ago on that one, where Dr. Dre's daughter and people came at him because she was homeless with her children, and they felt that he should step up to give her money because she was homeless and because he has so much money and that he could share it with her. And none of us never know the whole story about any of these people's lives. They are, um, celebrities, they're public figures, they're profile actors, actresses, rappers, artists, singers. And so the list goes on of who they are. And so we never know, what happens behind closed doors or behind the scenes, unless you have someone that's bringing all that and they're right there as a first-hand witness to the backstory of things, and they don't even know everything that goes on. And so, do we really know what transpired between 50 Cent and Marquise' mother? Have we heard things? Have we heard rumors? Yes, but we saw most of it play out in social media about child support and her uh, poisoning and tainting their son's mind, because it's not just her son because she carried him for 9 months, but it's also 50 Cent's son that he has not denied. And the young man definitely looks like his father. And I'm hoping that they do have a reconciliation, because the young man was very entitled and disrespectful. And people did give him a hard time and let him know that he was being disrespectful. But also people said they would never have allowed him to complete the interview with the disrespect that he had for his father. And a lot of times children don't know the whole story. But if there is one parent tainting the child's mind, then the child is going to run with the story of the parent, the custodial parent that they live with or reside with on a regular basis. And so the young man, took on the emotional trauma and the emotional anger that his mother has for his father, which I believe is really sad. Putting children in the middle of adult situations and raising them to be hateful and to have the biased views and not know all of the circumstances behind the relationship. Adult relationships should be kept, within the adult, and it should be kept private away from children. As parents, we should never put our children in the middle of adult relationships and situations and pawn them and use them to get more money and then become angry and make public displays, against the other parent. And that happens a lot. And when people speak out about it, usually it's you're attacked or you don't know it and you don't know what they did and that. No, we don't. And we know that relationships don't always pan out. They don't always work out for whatever reason. But I think it's important for the adults that are raising the child or the children to learn how to co-parent, even if you dislike one another, but try really hard to be amicable. Try really hard to not succumb to the temptation of what the devil would like. Because honestly, the devil definitely loves to see division between families. And especially black families, you see a lot of brokenness between the parents. Now, there are parents that do get along for the sake of their child. They're trying really hard. But then there are parents that just fight battle back and forth. We hear that a lot. We hear not enough child support or lack of child support. You'd hardly ever hear about black families going into therapy as couples to try to resolve things. And I think that's important because I did a video on one of the actors that used to play on Grey's Anatomy. And him and his ex-wife, they have to go to therapy and take, not therapy, excuse me, but parenting classes, 10 sessions to be able to get along. And they cannot talk negative or post anything about each other on social media. They cannot use their children as messengers. They cannot say anything negative in front of the children about each other. There is a lot that came out of that situation with that particular couple. And it would be good if more judges ordered those type of, requirements so that black parents that are, no longer together but need to co-parent can do that. And I think that's important. And maybe that could have happened. I don't know, but it could have happened for 50 Cent and Marquise's mother. And obviously it didn't. Or again, I don't know the whole backstory of it. Did they try? Were they ordered to do that? Or was it just about money? And he paid it and that was it. And they went to court. She asked for more. She got reduced. Or whatever the case was, she wanted more than what she was getting without an order. And when he went to court, it was reduced down to the $6,700. Now, if I'm wrong, correct me, in the comments. I stand corrected if I am wrong, but I'm going on memory. But getting to what I wanted to, moving forward. 50 Cent's estranged son offers him $6,700 to buy back a relationship. So he's been taught that money is the cure-all. And if it's not enough money because it's entitlement, from what he's been taught and shown, because children are, I believe, are a product of their environment. So he's using money, the same amount of child support that he really didn't even know he really shouldn't even know how much child support that his mother was getting. But he knows. Obviously, she told him. Some people say that she used the money for surgery. I don't know. But that's irrelevant. What's relevant is, did he get taken care of with the money? And now he sees money as a way to manipulate people or to use to buy people. And that's really a very harmful mindset, using money to buy people. And I would hope that 50 Cent would turn it down. He seems a man of integrity and good caliber. No one's perfect. He's come a long way as I've been following 50 Cent, but I don't see anything wrong with 50 Cent. I don't. So I'm not here to bash him. He's self-made. I can respect the brother. He's come a long way. And I would hope that he would turn it down and would, have that personal conversation with his son that, it's not about the money, and if they can rebuild and repair their relationship, because I saw an interview that 50 Cent did on the Breakfast Club, which I don't particularly follow, but I wanted to hear what he had to say. And so he spoke very well. And it just didn't sound like it was about money with him. And so let's hope that, he is willing to meet with his son, sit down, and that it doesn't go left, that it stays, productive, positive productiveness. Will there be some conversation or words that might come out? But let's hope that it's productive, it's positive, more positive than negative, and that they are willing to meet up again, and it won't be the first time, so that their relationship can be repaired. I'm all about restoration and restoring relationships, and I think that's so important, especially in the Black communities. And so he's offering a solution, which is buying a relationship, which is not good. That's not a healthy way, but this is what he's doing, because obviously this is what he's taught, that money cures all, it ends all, it can buy things, and without enough of it you can't get this, and with more of it you can get this. But anyway, his solution is to mend his relationship with his famous dad, offering a chunk of his child support money to buy back some father-son QT, time, basically. So ICYMI, 25-year-old Marquise Jackson has been getting roasted online for an Instagram argument where he claimed $6,700 wasn't enough cash flow for his mother to take care of him. Now, not many people can relate to having an additional $80,000 per year, but Marquise is adamant it wasn't enough. He's taken it so far, he's even flipped his dad's infamous broke IG photo to spell out entitled for all his haters. He also issued a challenge to 50, accept $6,700, 1 month's worth of the child support his mom used to get in exchange for 24 hours of one-on-one time with his dad. 50 and Marquise have been unfortunately trading shots in the public, so it seems unlikely the hip hop module will take his seed up on the offer. Amid the latest back and forth, he found time to respond via his alter ego Kanan, his character from Power, and posted the chilling scene where the character kills his son after a bitter dispute. Not a good sign for a father-child reunion, and some cold-blooded parenting for sure. But let's just hope that he will take his son up on an offer, but it will not include the money, that he will decline the money. And let's put some prayers up for this father and son. People will say that it's, there's no hope. And it sounded like 50 Cent, if I recall in this interview, that he felt that it wasn't going to be repaired. But let me say something. If you believe in God, regardless of how you practice and how often you practice or read your Bible, I'm not here for that. But if you believe in God, 50 Cent, praying that there will be some restoration, some healing, which is going to take time, and some, reconciliation back to your child. That is your seed. And, pray about it. don't cancel it out and think that it can't happen, because there is nothing too hard for God. And so I would like to see you and your son reconcile, heal, from this broken relationship. Hopefully your son will gain a different perspective, and know that people care about that relationship between you and him. People do care. People want to see you and your son reconcile. I'm pretty sure there may not be some people, I don't know about the mother, but I would hope to see that you and your son reconcile, get back on track, or if you've never been on track, get on a track. Go do some father-son fun. Go do some race cars or whatever you all do. I know you have money, but whatever you can do simple. Go get a bite to eat. Just walk and talk in the park. I mean, whatever you guys do it, to try to make amends the best way you all know how. And if there's a therapist that needs to get involved with you all so that you can work through your brokenness, your, disconnected relationship, that it will be reconnected. And so with that being said, I ask that you all leave your comments below. What do you do? What do you think? But my prayers are for this father and son, that they will definitely, reconnect, instead of being disconnected, that they will heal, that they will reconcile, and the relationship will be restored. So I'm going to send up some prayers for this father and son. But again, I hope that is the goal of them. I hope that they want the relationship to be restored. And I pray that 50 Cent wants it restored. Because sometimes we can say that we don't want this or that, because we could feel broken and we can feel hopeless in certain situations. But even if you feel hopeless, there's still hope. And, in a hopeless situation, there is hope. Because as long as you have hope, that hopelessness can turn into hopefulness. And so with that being said, you guys, leave your comments below. Don't forget to, thumbs up the video. Share the video, please. And subscribe to the channel if you are not a subscriber. And thank you so much. But again, leave your comments below. I'd like to hear what you have to say. So God bless you all.